Hello, it's that time again, yet again. Today, I'm going to talk to you about chronic pain and its link to mental health, particularly depression and anxiety. Now, I suffer from ankylosing spondylitis, which is a type of inflammatory arthritis, basically, and mainly affecting the spine and some of the major joints like the sacroiliac joint, and it causes a lot of problems. But one of the problems that it really kind of pushes its way into is mental health. Now, when I was first diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis, I can safely say before the symptoms started, I can safely say I wasn't ever really suffering from any kind of mental health issue. I did have epilepsy, but I was diagnosed that a long time ago. I kind of just accepted it straight away, got on with my life. It didn't really affect me. The tablets worked pretty quickly. So basically, my life was, good. I had a decent job. Social aspect of my life was good. Everything was good. Yep. So along came ankylosing spondylitis, and basically it plodded along and just went, "Yeah, I'm going to get you," and it did. It got me. And initially, I was okay. The pain hit me first, and foremost. You're like, wow. In some circumstances, there's no pain that I felt that is even on a level to it. When it affects certain areas. So what I'm getting at is that the pain caught hold first and embedded itself into me. Now, where I was diagnosed quite quickly, it's one of the lucky ones. I was put on medication quite quickly to reduce any inflammation in my body, and that helped significantly just bring down that pain levels to a kind of manageable level. But that was it. It was kind of like putting a plaster on a broken leg. It was kind of like, yeah, it kind of works. It kind of brings it down. But at that point, I was suffering from a lot of brain fog because the pain was something new to me. So if you imagine all your brain power that you have and all your energy that you have is going towards combating the pain, to fight the pain. Now, and fighting the inflammation. It's like, your body thinks you've got a disease, basically. So it's fighting that, and there's no energy left for anything else. So, there's no sort of, what I'm getting at is you're struggling to do anything else. So along comes the brain fog, basically. And then you start, you get confused and you can't say your words properly and things like that. I still get it a lot these days. But one key thing is that pain was just chipping away, chipping away at me. And I was so kind of engrossed in that pain bubble that I didn't really think of anything else that it might be affecting. Luckily, my rheumatologist said when I was diagnosed, he said a lot of people have problems with accepting you know, a diagnosis. It's quite a big thing. And he told me that there's a good thing is to get referred to like a psychologist or what have you. So I got that, and um, it turned out that I had um, depression and anxiety, and I didn't even realize I was in this situation. You're so focused on yourself, fighting the pain, that there's no what's the word? Can't even think of the word. There's nothing left. Capacity. There you go. There's no capacity left to think about, something else. So if I had cut my leg at that point, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. I cut my leg. It doesn't matter. The rest of the pain is so, you know, has got me so much that I don't care about my leg. It's kind of like that sort of thing. But with the depression and anxiety, I just didn't know. My wife had noticed it. My kids had noticed it. I was actually struggling hugely in terms of work. Really struggling. I was going into meeting rooms, meeting rooms where you don't have any of the windows or anything like that, shutting the door and just sitting there for, you know, 15, 20 minutes at first, and just like, not knowing what to do. Not You're just like, I mean, what's going on? Something's not quite right. Um, and it kind of built up. And then there was a realization with me. There was a point on one day. I was at my desk at work, and I'd been feeling weird in the morning. That's the best way of describing it, weird. And I drove to work, got into work, and sat on my desk. Hadn't done anything of any kind of massive production. It was just kind of going through the motions at work, just picking off the low hanging fruit, at work, and just the easy stuff that morning. And then I just went into the same room that I went into, and I picked up the phone. I don't normally phone like my wife because she's with people all day, so I can't get hold of her unless she's in between people. And so I phoned her. Obviously, didn't get a call back straight away or anything like that. But then I text something, and these words will stay with me for a hell of a long time, if not forever. And I sent a message to her just saying, I think there's something really wrong with me. And I was in a state that I have never been in before. It was a massive, massive step, looking back at it, to do that text. I think there's something, wrong with me. She obviously called me back. I was in the right old state. I phoned. We had like a private medical system there, so I phoned one of the doctors that I could get hold of, and they gave me a appointment pretty much straight away over the phone. And it kind of escalated from there. And since then, what I found out is that there is a massive correlation between chronic pain and mental health problems, particularly depression and anxiety. So there's a high percentage of people that have chronic pain that then go on to, suffer from depression. And what it does is basically it one thing exacerbates the other. So if you're suffering from depression, it makes you more um, like you feel pain more, right? But of course, if you're feeling pain already, it just exacerbates that pain. But of course, chronic pain exacerbates depression. Can you see where I'm going with this? And then that depression will make you feel the pain more. And so it goes up and up and up and up. And this was obviously building over a period of time. And it got to that point. And I went to see a psychiatrist. And they diagnosed me with severe depression and anxiety. I couldn't, sort of cope with anything really sort of social, in a sort of, sort of bigger environment. Really struggled at work then. And then it was just kind of a downhill slope, from a health perspective. The depression was really, really difficult. And I got diagnosed with that. I can't remember what year it was. I want to say 2019 and maybe even 18. So I had that. And then next thing I know, COVID is around as well, which that was just crazy for everybody, and it didn't help. I know a lot of people struggled during that time. For me, I was off work just before that anyway, so the off work situation didn't really kind of affect me, I guess. And being on my own, back then it was different. Now I'm, cool with it. But then it was kind of different. It was obvious, something was different. But to me, I was kind of in my own sort of bubble, really away from it all. And I'm sad to say that I pretty much lost 2, maybe 3 years of my life to depression, just depression. Not even counting the ankylosing spondylitis. I literally just sat there all day, every day. I didn't get involved in anything. I didn't, go out with the kids or anything like that. Still struggle to go out now, but now it's sort of more to do with the physical side of things, sort of being able to get around and stuff like that. And, I can't, I can't run for miles or anything like that, like I used to. Well, not miles, yards maybe when I, used to do football and stuff. But it really, really can destroy you. In saying that, you can also not let it destroy you. Now, it's a difficult situation. I'm going to kind of ramble a little bit on this one now. It's really easy for me to say, let's just all kind of be nice to each other, and the treatment of each other should help elevate people's moods, and then you can help ease depression across the board. That's, we'd love all that to happen, wouldn't we? But it's never going to happen. So it's something that you have to take hold of and control, or take control of it as much as you can yourself. If you can take control of it, it can't take control of you. So what I did was I saw a psychiatrist. I got a diagnosis. I was put on medication, some mood suppressant medication. Now, it's antidepressants. I know a lot of people are like, whoa, antidepressants. I got my life back, my mental life back. Still not quite right. So most of my mental life back with medication. Okay, it's as simple as that. I know people say, "Oh, you're like a zombie." I'll be honest with you. I was like a zombie without them. Took them. If you get the right level, it's like, you're back to normal. So I got my levels. There's a bit of tweaking here and there, but I got my levels correct. I had one initially which just knocked me out, and I was just like, no, that's not happening. I want something, that we can build into it and get it at a certain level and get absolutely right. And we did get it right. Once I did that, I went to see a psychologist, and this was once a week, initially for, I think, 10 weeks. And then that finished, and then I went to see a psychologist with the NHS. So got the referral through my doctor and just said, look, it's time to hand this in. I need my referral now. Thank you very much. Sure enough, he put his referral in. I got it. I got on board. It takes a long time. And this is what's wrong at the moment, is that the support network is not quite there for the NHS. Now, what you can do though, is you can go private. I know it's a lot of money. Is it worth it? To me, yes. Now, I get PIP. What do I spend my money that money on? Stuff that I need for, help physically, and prescriptions and like walking stick, for example, that. But also psychology. That's what I spend my money on. And yeah, because of the affordability, I've gone down from once a week to once a month, or once every 2 months occasionally, depending on, what's been going on, financially and stuff. But what I'm saying is you can't put a price on your health. Your health is hugely important. Your mental health is unbelievably important, right? Your physical health, for me, it comes after my mental health, right? So if I'm physically not able to do anything for one day, I'm having a flare up, for example, I'll just lie there and I'll be like, really hurts. But if my mind is on it, I'll be like, right, I can still do other stuff to keep my mind occupied, to try and either distract myself from the pain, or, just do something, I haven't for a while, but I write music, write lyrics, write poetry, whatever, it can be anything you want, but you take control. That's the thing. Take control of what you can. And will it cure you? No. Will it help? Yep. Everything helps. Everything positive that you can do will help you. It certainly helped me, and all I did was just kind of seek out help. That's it. That first step was admitting to yourself that you've got a problem or an issue, and you tell somebody, whether it's your GP, your other half, your colleague at work, whoever, just go to them, say, I've got a problem, I need help. There's also an absolute ton of helplines out there. Now, there's things like, at the top of my head, Samaritans, okay? You just ring them up and just go, all right, how you doing? And they'll be like, yeah, what do you want? You say, I'm not doing so good. They'll be like, okay, tell me about it. And then you tell them about it. That's your first step. Getting it off your chest is your first step. Will it help and set the ball rolling? I would hope so. It would set off a chain reaction where things would just get better and better and better. I understand that there are some people who have tried that and have not got on with that, and are at a place where it's very difficult for everybody to, it's very difficult for them to bounce back from. Okay, so what I'm kind of targeting here, the sort of people that I'm targeting here are the ones that may have a problem and not done anything about it yet. Newly diagnosed, maybe something like that. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist or anything like that. I'm just offering my, what I did and how it happened for me, and my ideas of that sort of thing. So with that, just seek help. Just ask somebody, please help, put your hand up, help me, basically. And hopefully someone will stand up and go, okay, come with me, I'll show you the way that you need to go so I can help you help yourself. Take control. Yep. If you can take control of everything that you're in charge of, i.e. your mind, your body, etc., then great. If it's a physical problem that's causing your mental problem, address the physical problem as well. So if it's, chronic pain, for example, go to your doctor, badger your doctor if necessary, ask for a referral to whatever, area it is, if it's, something to do with joints and stuff like that, ask for a referral to a rheumatologist and whoever, whatever department it is. I know I've rambled on and on and on about this. I'll be honest, I didn't prepare. I just started chatting. I just thought, no, let's come to my head. Let's have a chat about this. And I kind of like doing that. I hope you like me doing that as well. So if you don't, just please tell me, obviously, just say, shut up, Ian, you're rambling now. Anyway, I've probably wasted about, this thing's like 24 minutes long. It could have been about 5, I'm guessing. Anyway, stick with it. Take control of your condition, problem, issue, whatever you'd like to call it. And let's see you on the other side. Let's make this happen. Yep, new year, make it happen, mate. All right, nice one.